hard, I'm just going to start reading. Then the counter plan, and I'm answering the argument that resolutionally focused counter plans are bad.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to the politics that's sad, and then I'm going to the brain drain DA.
Yeah, and I have that on the Tracy too. That's what
I think it was office.
I don't have room. I'm going to put it whatever.
Cool. You put it at the bottom.
Okay.
I don't get to make cells on them.
Okay. Decision-making leaders not understood well enough to know what they want to hold to determine fully different styles of leadership. The efforts to economy plan and color type speak precisely. One, a transportation sees subsequent devastation would reveal the evil nature of the United States. The counter plan resolutionally, but counter plans are good. There's the choice. The argument literally does not have a war of features probably not considered. Argument is also a key Berkley because it's all we get before the debate, particularly when we're debating new averages procedures to prefer our interpretation. In this context, also there's no way to test a resolution. If there's no way to test a resolution if we don't get these kinds of counter plans, which is the critical affirmative burden. Also, if they don't feel an increase in their effects topical, they have to feel an increase, otherwise their effects topical, which is an argument that's impacting the 2NC now. The politics is that oil prices has an extinction level impact to the oil is inevitable, which is the terminal uniqueness argument. That the 2NC is not disputed in terms of hegemony argument. Because the United States is beholden to interests of the Middle East, which will hold oil reserves hostage, which the great United States power also means economic decline inevitable, which means access never really see impact the uniqueness debate. That gas vehicle tax credit will pass now. That turns out thinking alpha evidence indicates that Obama has broken, Reid has broken up the energy legislation into chunks in order to size up lame duck partisanship. Also, next gas vehicle will pass bipartisan support. Iowa independent intent. Obama said they may be able to pass energy legislation to have the one comprehensive flows hanging for the less controversial proposals like a bill to provide incentive for natural gas vehicles. The bill can pass because it gets support from lawmakers of both sides of the aisle. And it's time for the document will have bipartisan support. Energy Washington Weekly intent as a key part of the Senate. Senators will just follow this controversial proposal during limited energy bill to provide controversial measures. And John Roberts is the only type of legislature will be able to move during a late night session field energy bills that have expected since late night those that move closer to translate bipartisan support by the support petition versus bill that would create natural gas vehicle program more evidence it'll pass a roll call 10 new technological advances from the field on public no from different natural gas companies. The company that's successful playing out the commodity degree reputation by Democrats and certainly the law more interest rate will be able to move the alternative fuel subsidy bill during the late night sessions and it will pass on to an independent defense proposal to incentivize electric vehicles will pass Congress. Obama in support to the gap with their tax argument opposite the opposite to the tax is not prohibitive. The underlying piece of their evidence they're seeking out the evidence indicates the GOP wants a better funding alternative, which means they would simply be able to swap it in. They support the substance of the bill, which is reason to per our uniqueness arguments and taxes negotiable or conceal. Their conceal evidence just indicates that we propose to set the cost his cross-ex spin in straight their cross-ex spin is a mischaracterization of that evidence. Also their conceal evidence just like small GOP senator which is reason you should refer our structural uniqueness claims. Now they say it won't pass the lame duck your generic number doesn't apply because of the energy instead of breaking it up into chunks, which is the argument I explained above. They say bipartisan support, but our ATO evidence indicates that increasing EV business would be massively unpopular given the current economic climate of the plan. And so does Jock stealing their evidence from 2005, which is reason to prefer ours. It also just indicates that proponents believe it's bipartisan. That also doesn't necessarily mean it's popular. It just means that it has support from both sides of the aisle. There's a link differential that's established by the 2 pieces of evidence on the counterplan, which indicates that capturing is not something that is necessarily perceived. It's not something that's perceived as an increase. Also that it would be able to paper over controversy, which the plan would not be able to avoid. The hospital, also the counterplan would be able to solve the link turns because nurses may be something that's popular, but an increase in visa is not, which means that the counterplan would be able to sidestep any kind of political heat that's generated by the plan. Their hospitals argument there's absolutely zero internal link from hospitals to support the path of the campaign contribution that having an influence on how legislators vote in the future. Their evidence does not speak to that. Any evidence is said straight. Richard 2K, any spin on that is straight. Richard 2K10, there's Schumer. Argument just indicates that in the past he's done this, but not in the future. It also indicates that he's already introduced a bill, which probably means it failed or it passed, which would solve their internal link, particularly because their internal link doesn't quantify how many nurses would be necessary to solve their advantages. Also, Schumer can't get the GOP on board. Only Obama can, which is the only our industrial program to speak to. They say political. They also more link argument that expanding EVs is enormously unpopular. Chichioni contend the bill proposing will not for national peak seven for free car taxes and Republican co-sponsors nowhere to be found. Republicans are expected to increase African American no million or to what the bill said because this bill's controversial from a political perspective. Is a must not see the support necessary to ensure the cost is also opposition to increasing high-tech green cards as its perks. And 7% of postmark green cards are highly educated programs. Skilled architects that give green cards will displace Americans and drag down wage levels. Now political capital is treated key. That's progressive evidence in case that Obama needs to exert leadership. Also more evidence in political capital is critical. CSM and Obama's arm to a Senate on climate. Obama's making personal pitches for lawmakers for persuasion belief for climate to a persuasive style will be required to that's incentive sidestep political heat. Now, also, we've read a slew of evidence which disproves this argument now. They say there's no impact, but this evidence just indicates that China, the U.S., and the United States could cooperate on energy legislation. It doesn't. So the coming crunch or peak oil. Also, what do you want me to do with this?
Isn't there a spray tan?
Yeah, I'm done with it. Also, improving natural gas vehicle cost competitiveness. Prevent detrimental agricultural effects of ethanol, temporary and aid, and agriculture becoming a provider of energy along with food, work demand, food production level of the 95 decades, the content flow, and agricultural, gradually prevent like new air, industrial food production, putting out of reach without agricultural production, put out the most basic prices based orders on, and economic to put our food into gas and purpose for the U.S. profit used to generate ethanol, levels that in form of wheat, and some exchange great power, more clear and safe, while population consumption, storing climate change, erratically by the full farm, listening, speech, service, principle, worldwide, social, private, resource, regional, political strife will be channeled to contest the brain drain, this time migration is decreasing now too because Europe is clamping down on recruitment efforts. Their link turn is ridiculous. It assumes building economic infrastructure which is not our impact or disad. Our link evidence is better, more specific. It indicates that no one will be able to administer the vaccines, which is the reason why you should prefer our brain argument to the remittances evidence. Also returns the entirety of the act because disease impact access is the reason why bioterrorism causes extinction via mutations.
707.